Hey, how are you doing? I am Lisa with Lisa Boone Designs, and I'm streaming here on YouTube, and I'm also streaming on my website. Been trying to get it to stream to my Facebook group, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in there so that maybe we'll get some of our friends on Facebook to join us in the fun. So, if you have not heard of Junk Journal January, I want to tell you a little bit about it. It is hosted by Meg Journals here on YouTube and also on Instagram, and also by Messy Crafts. And so there are different prompts, and we're going to go through them. I printed them in black and white. I'm going to made it small, and I'm going to put it in my journal. Yesterday was day one, was resolutions, but I don't do New Year's resolutions. Sometimes, most of the time, I'll try to do a word of the year, and so I decided to do intentional. One of my friends, Tammy, that's joining me on this project, she actually used the same exact word. I was blown away by that. I thought that was so funny. So let me just get my link here from my website because it is streaming directly to one of my players on my website. And yep, here we go. I'm going to send the link over to my Facebook group. If you want to join me on my Facebook group, I'll try to figure out what's going on so I can stream on there. But my Facebook group is Creative Expressions with Lisa. So, oops, I thought I was like that. Okay, so Creative Expressions with Lisa. This is the journal that I'm working on. We're going to go through it here in a second. I forgot I didn't have the Facebook open. Yeah, okay. So this is the... I'm not sure what is going on. Just give me a quick second, please. Sorry. All right. So here we go. So I posted on there, and hopefully I can leave this up and I'll be able to see comments once people get up and running and are watching. Like I said, my friend Tammy, she's from Lavender and Grace, and I asked, and she went ahead and she decided to join me in my group and do this challenge. She did a beautiful, beautiful day one. She's doing her journal using time cards, and I just saw that she just posted day two quote, and it says, "I was created to create." Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's in my group. She just posted a picture of it. So I would love it if you want to join me on this, and we're going to do lots of other things too. But for the first 31 days, I'm going to be creating, either going live or creating content videos. She does have a YouTube channel, and she has posted her tutorials on there, so that's a lot of fun. So yesterday, like I said, was resolutions. Today is quote. Tomorrow is throwback. Then tuck spot, daily log, just to give you an idea of different things. Stitched, neutral, foliage, layered, eclectic, and you can do this however you would like. If you want to do day one and day three next to each other, like, you can do it however you feel. If you want to do multiple prompts in one day, however you would like to do it. So I am eventually going to put this, I think what I'm going to do is fold it, or maybe I'll just let it hang out in this little pocket. So if you didn't see it yesterday, I'm going to show you. This is my cover. I'm going to use elastic to put my signature in there. And so I did use scrapbook paper and on the inside as well. I actually meant to put some, what's the name of that stuff? Some fabric to do a binder, like a closing, and I forgot. So I might just still go ahead and put it on there on the outside. That happens. I don't know why. I think about the closure and I think about it and then it escapes me and I move on and I do something different. So this was day one. Let's see if I can maybe. There we go. So this was day one and my word was intentional. Like I said, I did an ATC card of sorts, and I have it as a tuck spot. So I will be tucking something in there, and I think I'm going to end up doing a hinge, but I'm waiting to see how I'm going to do this little pocket. This is from a pattern. So I've got different size papers here, and we're going to work on this. So we're going to get started. This is going to go so quick. I have in the past did it, and I felt like it was a good size to do a junk journal. I actually did an accordion journal last year. It was a for junk journal July, but this time I decided to do a signature like this, and I have, like I said, all different kinds of papers, which I really like, but I kind of made it small, and now I wish I would have made it a little bit bigger. But you see how all of my papers are not the same size? I really like that. And even here they come out, some of them, and I might do something that goes out. Like, I like that kind of stuff. I like the interactive parts of junk journals, and I like to do a lot of envelopes and tuck spots and flips and hinges. It just makes me really, really happy when I do that. So anyway, what I want to do first is I do want, like, this was an old composition notebook, and I cut it out, and I thought I was going to journal on that first page a little bit, but I actually ended up cutting the dictionary, different dictionaries with the word intentional, intent, and yeah, intent and intentional, I think. There was another word, maybe another derivative of that word, and I just glued, that's all the papers are, and then I used a scripture right here in Acts, which was really, really good, because I want to be intentional about the things that I need to do for my business, but also for pleasing the Father. And it was about what Jesus was saying to Paul about how we have to help people open their eyes and go out and preach the gospel. So, like, that's really just encompasses who I am. So I had the paper, the composition notebook was really big, and so I made a little tuck spot. So I want to cover that up. So I'm just going to get this here, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Oh, I know what it is now. I knew I had picked out some paper. All right, so I said all of that to say I found this. I was going to use book pages, and then I found this hymnal. I love to use book pages and hymnals, and it says, "I'll go where you want me to go." Perfect, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here, and where's my tear ruler? I've got stuff spread out all over the table because I've been home, and if you've been following, I've been sick and struggling, and I had already planned on being off because I wanted to be intentional, there we go, about what I was doing for my business. And so I thought I really need to take time off and close the store and work on my goals. That's what I wanted to do. Work on my goals. Okay, I'm going to do that. I don't know if that's right or not. But it didn't work out that way just because I got sick. But I did help my husband. I finally was able to sit down at the computer a little bit in the last couple of days and help him. We came up with an ebook, and I'm so proud of him. It's so exciting, and we launched it today, and he has a hunting farm property management business. And if you, okay, it's okay because we're going to glue that together. The paper was so brittle, and that's actually why I wanted to add some reinforcement here. It's so funny. This paper is old too, but that's okay. So I think what I need to do is, in addition, yeah, because it's tearing, and I had a feeling that it would. So what we're gonna do is reinforce that backside, and everything is gonna be just fine. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna glue this whole thing. This whole thing. So how did this, was it the same? Yeah, this is the same page. Or this is another page. I'm going to use the same song. Make sure that it's on the right side. Yeah, alright. So, he's got a hunting farm management business where here in Western Kentucky there are a lot of people that have cabins. They live elsewhere. Most of them live in Miami or outside of Miami, in Florida. And they, in the Keys, we have one in the Keys. We have different places in Florida. And then we do have one in Pennsylvania, which is really exciting. And where else? I think that's pretty much it. Oh, he will be consulting and helping somebody that lives in Paraguay, which I think is really, really cool. Because fun fact, my father, who was Cuban, was able to come to the United States through Paraguay. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, but his farm is not going to be here. It's going to be a little bit further away, but in Kentucky. So anyway, he manages all of these farms for all of our clients who are really friends and more like family that we love. And so he also has a line of seed mixes. He makes his own seed. I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And mineral mixes. So it's all about hunting. It's all about all of that stuff. But a lot of the information is really good for about soil and about sustainability. And, you know, it's actually pretty cool. I'm really proud of him. So it launched today. It's on his website. I shared it on my Facebook. But we actually announced it on our last podcast as well. Look at that. I love that. I need to let that glue dry because actually I was gluing it onto here. I didn't realize that. So, all right. So what I was thinking was, my quote is, speaking of our podcast, I have my quote here and I printed it out. It's too small. My eyes are really blurry, so I printed it really large. I made this graphic. It's going to be like for my website and for, probably I'll post it on Facebook. I've already posted about this quote Sunday, and Monday we did our podcast. It releases every Monday, and we literally filmed it at the last minute because I just was so sick. I didn't feel good. I didn't have a voice, and there's so much going on. And we finally were able to get it. And I didn't get a chance to talk to my husband about the quote. And I was like, I really feel like this quote lines up with everything that we've been saying in the podcast for the last few weeks. And what I'm thinking about for the future in my business and my personal, my spiritual goals. So my friend, from My Shell Bell Creations, she sent me this link that her nephew had posted, and she was like, it really spoke to her. And it was a long post, and at the very end, this is the quote. So it's Jesse Allen. He's in Kansas, part of a ministry. I'm not sure the name of the ministry. She sent it to me, but I don't remember. But anyway, this is what it says. This is a year for you to upgrade from a lifestyle of inspiration to one of perseverance, being diligent, to create rhythms this year that last year you didn't. This is a year to live vulnerable, take risks, put your heart on display, stand timidity and insecurity in the face, and with courage do this year what last year you forfeited because of fear. And it's just so awesome. I think it's very inspiring. And so, like I said, I made it smaller because I knew that this thing was so tiny. And I wanted to put it kind of hidden behind this little tuck spot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it here. Now, I just need to like think about this because I really wanted those lines from the composition page to show. And I'm trying to figure out now what I'm going to do. This glue. It's trying to glue my pages together. All right. The other thing that I really wanted to use this thing here. And maybe I should just go back to this idea. I thought about putting this here and letting this flip here on this hinge. But the bank envelope is too big. And I want to cover it up, and I folded it here because I wanted to make it smaller. And actually, I could do it like this even, and have it like a tuck spot. Maybe I need to use that on this page. So maybe that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. What's tomorrow's quote? It's called Throwback. And I have the perfect paper. I don't have an idea, but I have this paper that's really vintagey, and I know I want to use that paper, so I have to figure that out. All right, so I think what we're going to do is let's go ahead and glue this first. Let me see. Actually, maybe not. All right, I have these two like doily papers. Like this one is super, super cool. I think what I want to do is have that sticking out. I want that sticking out above my page. And then, yeah, I think I need to do that first. So, since this is so brown, I think what I want to do is I want to add some pink to it. But you know what I forgot? I have this chalk. I'm so sorry. I've got it right here, right in front of me. I always say I'm not going to do that. And then I end up, guys, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. You don't have to get up. I've got my little folder. Alright, I wanted to see what pinks I have of Distress Oxide. Just need some color, a little bit of color on that page. Do you guys like using Distress Oxide? Let me know. Or if you're new to all of this stuff, let me know that too. There's a pink that I really, really want to get that I have not gotten. It's not this one, but maybe this will be better. Let me put this on the floor. And of course, I'm gonna have to, oh, I hate mixing. I didn't think to get another thingamabob. So it'll be a little bit contaminated. Probably should have. It has a lot of brown on there. It's making it a little bit darker. I've got some pink on there. Let me see. There we go. Do this on the edge. Just get some color variation going on. I'm going to cut off some of that, but there we go. Just wanted a little bit of variation. I have the dogs all around me, and they've been trying to figure out what I'm doing. And my daughter came in from work, and you know, Nathaniel's in the garage because he's like, if you're doing a live, I'm going to go to the garage. It's like, okay, perfect. All right, I'm going to take my vintage yeah, my vintage photo, which has pink on it. I'm going to wipe it on here because I'm going to be covering this up anyway. Oops. And all I did was rip it open because I'm going to end up cutting some of this. I want this to be cut down. It makes it easier when you do that because if you try to put anything in those envelopes, it's really, really tight when you glue them in. It's a little bit easier if you hinge it. So I'm just putting it on the edges. It doesn't hurt to have some of that pinky look. I think, yeah, it just makes it stand out a little bit. There's a lot of brown. And so we added some brown, but we've got some of that pink. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of this on here too. That's a great way, like if you do black and white paper, like to add some colors, to use some of the Distress Oxides. I'm going to do that on this other one that I printed. Probably. I'll show you. Alright, so let's go ahead. I'm going to do some art glitter glue. It always sticks. I usually use my scissors. Here we go. I broke it. I need to get more of those little bottles. I like pouring my glue into there, but sometimes I forget about that. Alright, so I'm going to do half of it. And I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to do this main circle part. And it dries super, super fast, so I'm not going to worry about that. I am going to cover this, otherwise it'll clog up. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing to this. I'm going to ink it up. It just helps it to stand out. Let me know what you guys are doing, if you're doing the junk journal July. I know Stephanie was on last night. She was watching me, and I know she'll come back and she'll watch it later. And she said she was going to go ahead and join in on the fun, which is so exciting. I love that. I think I need it to be more, maybe I should have put this one more that way. Let's see. No, I want this to be down. So yeah, I wish I would have like that. Need it. Wish I would have put this one in a little bit more, but that's okay. Alright. So let me know if you're doing it, what quote you're going to be doing. And see, we're going to get all of this down. Okay, so I'll put some up here. So I'm just doing that to hold it in place. I do that when decoupaging too, like hold it down so that I know where I'm going with it. Okay, and then I'm just going to spread the glue. And the glue really does help to reinforce those pages. Makes it really good. I love using my Yoo-Hoo glue as well. So if you do it, let me know what your, I'm going to put a little bit of this, what your quote's going to be. Put it in the comments on here. And if you could sprinkle this to someone that you think might like it, I would greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to leave a little bit of that edge. I love that it's pink there. Now I'm going to cover this up. I'm going to think about what I'm doing. So I had a couple of options that I wanted to do. So I need to clean this up. so fragile. So fragile. I think I like that. But I wonder if I can get this. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to leave that. That's kind of weird. Let's see. Just because, yeah, I am. I'm going to leave it. Oh, you know what I wanted to do too? Don't let me forget. I need to do the date. I didn't do it yesterday. Alright, so I had these little pre-made like envelopes, and here it goes like that. They need to be cut a little bit though. My friend made them for me. She had a die cut machine and with these little envelopes. Oh my goodness. That was super loud. That's better. I had to cut the bottom. Okay, that's better. And then I thought about making this like little pocket. So she made this and she made a whole bunch of them for me. And I thought, oh, cute. And then I had this. So I love butterflies. And so I thought about like I could write something on the back and have this be a tag. But I'm not 100%. I also have this tag, but I kind of like the butterfly and just so happens to match the blue. Can you see that? And I think that would be really great to have as a little pocket there. I would have liked to have had like a really pretty sticker, and I had toyed with putting this on, actually underneath that. But then I think I decided, which would have been really pretty. Don't you think? It would have been really pretty. The other thing I could do is I could make this. I could put that there and then have that be part of the flap. But if I do that, I'd have to bring it like that. My whole thing is I really want the flap, the quote, to be hidden. Now I kind of do like this, but this was my original, well, not my original, but once I decided that I like the idea of the butterfly, I thought about doing this and having these butterflies here as kind of a tab. I'm trying to look at it on my screen. And let me go ahead and glue this because I'm going to use this at some point anyway. So I'm wondering, you're supposed to put it inside, but it's kind of quirky. It's kind of quirky. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and glue the edge of that. This cardstock is really thick, and for some reason it was just kind of wonky. But see, this art glitter glue dries so well, and it's really good for that thick cardstock. It's worth the money, I think. So I'm just going to hold it for a second. I love the black with the florals and the pinks and all of that. So this would be the idea. Which I think is really, really pretty. And then I thought I could always, so tomorrow's throwback, I wouldn't use this on this page, but I could always turn the page and I could put this here and maybe some writing all around, and then that would look really pretty. So the other option is to put this here. Could I even get away with that there? Then I wouldn't have my little butterflies. Then I could pick this up. This, I wonder if this is going to be too hard for that though. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my little butterflies just because this is so flimsy. So I'm going to go ahead and ink. See all that white? I went to the store today and I did forget to bring my ring light. I meant to do that. So it wouldn't, it's so dark. And I tried to angle the light. The light is literally above me and it's really bright, but it always comes across really dark. So I apologize for that. I eventually just need to buy another ring light just for the house. All right. There's a little bit here that I'm gonna reinforce. The glue will help so much with that. Okay. And I'm just gonna put the glue on half, just like the wings. But I want to be able to see that text. So I don't want to cover up all of it. So that's why a good idea I didn't put the other one, because it would have covered up all my text, and I really liked that it said that it says that. So what I'll do is with this one, yeah, I'm gonna put it up here. I always hold it where I don't want it to glue, because I'll do it on the wrong spot every time. I think I'm gonna go higher, because I like numbers, and so I want some of that number to show. Yeah, see, it's already weighing it down too. All right, so then I'm gonna put the pink one. And so the pink one kind of helps bring in the pink from the flowers, which is really good. Now I'm gonna put her right here. I'm trying to show some of the words so you can make out the text. I really like that. I literally, I mean, I've got so many butterflies because I just had this potential stuff hanging out just all around. We'll definitely use that soon. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put the whole thing down. I was debating. Put it up higher. I like the different angles. So I want, see, I want some of this to show. I want the different placements. Like, I don't want everything to be in the same line. So that's what I was thinking about. So see, I have the butterfly down here. I've got the quote comes right here. Then the doily over here. That's why I wish that this would have been in a little bit. It would have been better, but that's okay. That's all right. So then I've got my little tag there. And it just, I can't believe how it just matches all, right? Even the blue grayish color looks really good. Now, the other word that I wanted to put on here is legacy. And I want that to go right here. So I'm just, again, like just playing with the lines of it. And I want to leave a legacy for my children and for, you know, everyone who follows me, to be an inspiration, to be an encourager. And legacy is a great word. I love that. So that is it. See, in 34 minutes and a lot of talking, day 2 is complete. So was quote, tomorrow will be throwback. I'm not sure if I'll go live or if I will, I'm thinking. this is my washi tape I designed. I like You Are the Light of the World, but I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to add, I need to maybe put this on here, utilize that. No, this is kind of peachy, but I think I like this. All right, I'm going to cut the girl. I'm going to cut her out of it. No, I'll just go like this. I'm not sure. Kind of in the middle. All right, I'm going to put some tape on there. I mean, some glue. If I had my big fat one, I just would have put it right over. But this one's so skinny, and this is a 30 millimeter washi. Oh my gosh, it's perfectly cut. So that's just like a little reminder, a little surprise in there. There we go. So that's it, y'all. We're done. So I hope you'll join me again tomorrow. I wanted to use the black ink. I don't even know. This is January. I think this says 02. Let me test it. Let me test it on here. Oh, that says December, so we need January. Yeah, it says January 02. It's really cool because it's a script font. And I'm going to put this right here. Oh, that's so cool. It says January 2. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to bring this back to 1. And I'm going to put it right in here. It says number, so I'm actually going to try to line it up. So, you can see, and then the January. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so glad I bought this. I didn't put the year because I didn't want to have the year. I don't even know if the year is right in here, if this is old or new. But I had taken the year, it just did it blank. So anyway, yay, we're done. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and sprinkling this about and for your support. Go check out my husband's ebook. Maybe your husband or you might be interested in it, or cousin, nephew, friend. That would be awesome. You can, I need to put it on my website and link it over there. I forgot to do that, but it's going to be so much fun working on this with you guys, and thank you. I am going to put some beads here. I'm not sure what, not as long, but I am going to leave that and wait for the ends for that. And like I said, I will do something with that front side.